What's going on, my fellow Digidorks? It's your good mate Tro here. The Dark Masters deck is finally here, and just in time for Apocalymon to be flat out banned. Which is great news for me, because I didn't only just pull the Alt-Art Apocalymon, I pulled the Alt-Art Apocalymon. So it's nice to not be able to use these. But for the short time that Apocalymon going to be around, I'm going to use this deck as much as possible, get as much use out of him as I can. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, guys, and feel free to comment and let us know, do you think the Dark Masters deck could work without Apocalymon? I'm guessing not, but I'll remain optimistic, because I've been waiting for this deck for ages. Anyways, I will see you guys on the other side of the digital gate. Engage!
Like a Digimon, Digivolving up to a champion. Searching out my megas, cause I'm breaking hard. Gaining memory, check security. My strategies will make sure you a master of your Digi destiny.
Alright, first up on our deck list, our Digitama. We're just going to be running 4 copies of the brand new Digimon from BT-15 on deletion. By trashing 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card in your hand, you can draw 2. So it's fantastic for getting our level 6s into the trash so we can pull off those Apocalymon plays. But yeah, I'll only use them 4 because half the time we'll be slapping down the Dark Masters and putting the Dark Master in the raising area anyway. So yeah, onto our level 3s. We're going to be running 3 copies of Phascomon from BT-13. On deletion, draw 1 card and then trash 1 card in your hand. And then his inheritable is in end of opponent's turn. Once per turn, draw 1, then trash 1 card in our hand. Again, just good for cycling through our cards there. Get some stuff in the trash that we need, like Purple likes to do. Also got 4 copies of Digimon on play until the end of your opponent's turn. One of their Digimon gains on deletion, lose a memory. Just good for a bit of control there. And all turns once per turn, when effect plays an opponent's Digimon, gain a memory. That's probably not going to happen a whole lot. Again, this is more for the Leviamon deck, but it can still come in handy, especially just that main on-play effect. And then we've just got 3 copies of Sukaimon from BT3, old school Digimon. Just got the on-deletion gain of memory. I just like it. And if I found my Cyclones, I'd probably use those in the deck. The one that you can't reduce play costs. But yeah, Sukaimon will do just fine for now. We're either deleting our own Digimon, or chances are it'll get deleted. So yeah, good to have that extra memory. Alright, onto our level 4s. We're going to be running 4 copies of Vilemon from BT-15. He's a blocker, and all turns when one of our Apocalymon or Digimon with Dark Masters in its trade would leave the battle area other than by one of our effects. By deleting this Digimon, we can prevent it from leaving. Yeah, so if it's just flat out deleted or sent to the hand, the deck, the security stack, underneath a tamer like Bagramon likes to do, you can prevent that. I don't think it'll stop de-digivolving or minus DPing yet. So just let me know about that. Then we've got 3 copies of Bakemon from BT-15. When digivolving on deletion, draw 1 and trash card in the hand. Pretty damn good, and also Retaliation in the inheritable there. And we've got 2 copies of Pokemon, BT-13, on play, on deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Good for them floodgates. And then end of opponent's turn, same as Phascomon, once per turn, draw 1 and trash in their hand. And then I'm just running 1 copy, of course, of Eismon Scatter Mode. On deletion, draw 3, then trash 2 cards in their hand. A lot of the times I used to run an Eismon as well, but I don't really see a point in doing that too much anymore. But he's great for the drawing and trashing, so I'll still use him. Alright, onto our level 5s. We're going to be running 4 copies of Lady Devimon. On play, reveal top 4 cards of your deck, add 2 level 6 or higher cards among them to the hand, return the rest to the bottom of the deck, and then end of your turn, by deleting one of your Digimon, you may play a Digimon card with Dark Master's trait from your hand to an empty space in your breeding area without paying the cost. So that's just fantastic. Using 4 Lady Devimons, just because we're using a purple base here. So then we'll be running just 2 copies of Gigadramon, which basically does the exact same thing. So the only difference in all these, also running 2 copies of Cherrymon here. Yeah, the only difference in all these guys is their inheritables, the piercing, reboot, retaliation. So it's all about, getting this stuff under. So yeah, it's all about just cycling through stuff really quick, slapping down this, deleting hopefully another Digimon and not one of these guys, but you can delete one of these guys if you need to. And then, yeah, slap down something in the breeding area. With Dark Master trait, which includes a level 6, and yeah, so it's absolutely busted. So hopefully this deck will still work without Apocalymon, which I will get to in a bit. Onto our level 6s. Going to be running 3 copies of Puppetmon from BT-15, brand new guy. Yeah, on play when attacking, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, this Digimon can only digivolve into white Digimon. End of opponent's turn, delete this Digimon, then I may play a Digimon card with Dark Master's trait other than Puppetmon from my hand without paying the cost. Yeah, so all these guys speak for themselves. Again, they have slightly different variations about what they do, but we've also got 3 copies of Metal Seedramon. On play when attacking, return one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon to the hand. Same thing, can only digivolve in the white Digimon, and then end of turn, by deleting some of the Dark Master trait, play Dark Masters other than Metal Sidramon. So, and as you can see, they all got different inheritables here. We've got 3 copies of Machine Dramon as well. Yep, so on play when attacking, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, can only digivolve in the white, and then play something other than Machine Dramon and at opponent's turn by deleting this. And we've got 3 copies of Piedmon, who'd be doing the same thing as well there. So here's one is delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, the on play when attacking, and the same thing there. And then the only difference is, yes, the inheritables, we've got Retaliation, Reboot, Blocker, Piercing, which is fantastic. So yeah, all different kinds of level 6s needed, just so when a apocalymon comes out, we get all the answers as possible. And then as for these next 3, you can use any level 6 with on-play effects that you want, but I'm going to go, firstly, with a Piedmon from BT2. It's just good to use these old school cards again. On play, you may play up to 2 level 4 or lower purple Digimon cards from your trash without paying their memory costs. He also has Retaliation as well, but it's only the on-play effects, I think, that'll go off underneath the Apocalymon. And then we've got 1 copy of Old School Puppetmon. I had to use him. I know there's better on-play cards to probably use, but he's on play. Suspend one of your opponent's Digimon during your opponent's unsuspend phase. None of your opponent's Digimon can unsuspend. And yeah, and then we're using 1 copy, of course, of Craniamon. It's just got a busted on-play effect. On play, until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. So there you go. In case you're worried about minus DP reduction, de-digivolving, being suspended and attacked into, well, that's your answer right there. So you could use 3 of these guys. Like, that would be probably a better choice. But I just wanted to get a couple more cheeky Dark Masters in the deck, just for fun, because this looks like it could be a fun deck with a Pokemon being either limited or flat out banned. Alright, on to the man in question, onto our level 7s. We're going to be running just 2 copies, meeting in the middle here, of Apocalymon. And yes, I did pull both alt arts, I'm pretty stoked about that. Alright, so this guy, when this card would be played by placing up to 3 Dark Masters traits card with different names from your battle area or trash under it, reduce the play cost by 4 for each. Then end your turn once per turn by placing a level 6 or lower card from your trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution cards. Activate 1 on play effect that card has as the effect of this Digimon. Then trash up to 2 cards of your opponent's deck for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards. So if you did the 3 plus that one, that's 8 security cards. That's absolutely busted. This guy probably does need to go. Yeah, so if this guy comes out, you pretty much won. I don't know what answers your opponent might have for this. But yeah, I know Bandai has an answer for this, and that is get rid of it. So that's always fun, but hopefully I can use him for 1 week. We'll see what happens to him. Alright, onto our Tamers. Just 2 Tamers. We're going to be running 2 Analog Youth, sorry. On play, top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 Digimon card, and then trash the remaining cards. And then all turns, 1 of your level 5 Digimon Digivolution cards is deleted. You may suspend this Tamer. If you do gain a memory, then hatch a Digi-Egg to an empty space in your breeding area. Again, just good for cycling stuff to your breeding area, gaining memory from either your own deletion or your opponent's deleting cards. Yeah, so, but we'll just run them at 2. Onto our options, which we've only got 2 of as well. I thought I would try out 2 copies of Tarnished Hero from EX4. So, main, delete 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon, then place this card in your battle area. Then its delay effect is your opponent may trash an option card in their hand if they do not trash a card gained to memory. So that can be a bit tricky, especially if you're really desperate for that memory and you need it. But sometimes the option cards are the only things that really go against a Apocalymon. Usually Digimon cards do stuff all about him, but someone can slap down an Ultimate Flare or something, and so you want them to trash as many option cards as possible. So yeah, thought I'd just try them at 2. Alright, well that's it for the deck list. Onto the strategy guide.
Okay, Digibronies, the strategy to this deck is quite simple. You at least want to have a rookie in your opening hand, as well as a Dark Masters or the level 5 support for Dark Masters. So we'll start off by hatching. Digivolving into Sukaimon for 0. Draw for Digivolving. And then we will simply Digivolve the 2 over our Sukaimon into Eismon Scatter Mode, drawing for Digivolving and passing turn. Once turn has passed, we draw for turn. We shall raise our Eismon Scatter Mode into our battle area, and then we will simply play a Lady Devimon for a cost of 6. And then on play, we reveal the top 4 cards of our deck and add 2 level 6 or higher cards among them to our hand and return the rest to the bottom of the deck. We shall grab Piedmon and Metal Sidramon. The rest are placed at the bottom.
Then, end of our turn, by deleting one of our Digimon, we may play a Digimon card with the Dark Master's trait from our hand to an empty space in our breeding area. We shall delete our Eismon scatter mode to place a Puppetmon down in the breeding area. Eismon scatter mode's undeletion is that we draw 3 cards and trash 2 cards. We shall trash Metal Seedramon and Piedmon. This Piedmon. Then on deletion, we gain a memory, and on deletion, by trashing 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card in our hand, we can draw 2 cards. So I shall trash a Machine Dramon to draw 2. Once turn has passed, we draw for turn, raise our Puppetmon into the battle area, and then we shall play an apocalymon from our hand, reducing the cost by 4 for each Dark Masters we put in the trash or the battle area underneath him. So we shall put Metal Seedramon, Machine Dramon, and Puppetmon underneath. Making the cost 3. Then, end of your turn, once per turn, by placing 1 level 6 or lower card from your trash in this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, we may activate 1 on-play effect that card has as an effect of this Digimon. Then trash the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck for each of this Digimon's level 6 Digivolution cards. So we shall place a Piedmon underneath, making the total amount of level 6 cards for trashing up to 8 security cards. Once turn has passed, we draw for turn, and then swing for game. It's as simple as that, Digibronies. Don't forget to like and subscribe.